Good afternoon.
And welcome to our weekly CWA live sessions on Facebook. And of course, CWA means Claudia with Arturo. And it also means Conscious World Agents and Coffee with Ambassadors and all these kind of things.
So many things.
And again, my name is Arturo Massaro.
My name is Claudia van Zuiden.
And both we're the co-founders of CWA. And what we tell you a lot and we show you a lot via posts, videos and interviews is how to raise your level of consciousness and why should you ever raise your level of consciousness. But before we go there...
Yes, great. Before we go
there,
that's beautiful. Yes,
okay.
Thank you.
We want to tell all the people who are living in Germany, in the southern part of the Netherlands, in Belgium, we want to show that we are there with our heart. There's a lot of flooding going on there. Houses are blown away. People can even be on the highway with their water scooters and so on. It's horrible what's happening there. A lot of people already died. A lot of people are missing. They are missing there, and well, if you see the videos and the pictures, it's horrible. It's terrible.
Yes, and we just heard also that some areas that are not even allowed to evacuate anymore, they just have to move to higher grounds into their houses. So we just want to acknowledge that, we have our Facebook live every Friday afternoon, but really our hearts are with all the people who are affected and all the animals, and, it's really, really touching us and also for our neighboring countries, Germany and Belgium. Our hearts are with you all, and we wish you a lot of strength, and I'm sure that we will come together all again to rise from this great flooding that has affected our country. So we just wanted to acknowledge that we are fully with our hearts with you all. So before we started our live session today, it's very, very sad what's happening, and also in other parts of the world. There's so much happening now. It is just incredible, but our hearts are always with everybody, and we are looking also ways how we can help in some way, maybe with counseling or something like that. I'm sure we'll find ways also afterwards, when the initial aid has been coming, maybe we can do something to help the people there as well. So welcome everybody who's watching, and
having said this, and what you said, it's not only in Germany, in Belgium, and in the Netherlands. It's also when you look at South Africa, other places on the world. A lot of things are really happening now, and we can label them as bad or horrible and all these kind of things. What we experience is that the energy at this moment on this whole planet is really shifting. There's a lot of things, so many things are happening, but also in your private life, in a bigger picture. And for that is also why we still wanted to go live, to tell you how important it is at least to keep your own level of consciousness in a higher level. And that doesn't mean that you are not empathic or don't show compassion for the other ones, but you can help people much more when your own level is at a higher level, and that you at least stay calm as far as possible. And in this world, it's so hard to stay there. We weren't taught sorry.
It's
thank
okay.
you.
No, I know you want to. If you want to be pointed out like that, but that's what you mean, no?
We weren't taught by how to raise your own level of consciousness. Where we taught about doing your best at school, getting high grades, work hard. It's almost not allowed to slow down. And especially not when everything around you is in a rush, then you can't slow down. Come on, we need to work harder, we need to do more. And what we experience, that's at least in my own life, is that when I'm in that rush, in that treadmill, is that how you call it?
Threadmill.
Huh?
Threadmill.
Threadmill. Yeah, I'm learning so much today. Just like a hamster, or that's there. It will never stop. You will never reach the top. That hamster will never reach the top because the treadmill will move, and it will keep you down. And that is also what the society does to you. They ask you to do things, but it's so hard to really get out of it, to raise your own level and look from a meta position to what's happening. And it has to do with taking ownership of your own life. And why is it called ownership? Because it's about your own emotions, it's about your own thoughts, it's about your own feelings, it's about your own actions, it's about your own reactions, it's about your own thing that you can own. That's why it's called ownership. And by taking ownership over all these things, you will see different results. And a lot of people are searching for control. They want to control everything. And there's only one thing that you really can control, that's yourself. The best way to control is only in the here and now. It's not yesterday, it's not tomorrow, it's in the here and now. And once you're doing this, for us it's so important to slow down to light up your life. And what can you slow down then? You can slow down your breathing. Just right now, slow down your breathing. When you eat, slow down the way you eat. Slow down the way you drink. Slow down the way you write things. Slow down the way you read things. Slow down the way you work. Slow down the way you react to other people. Slow down with listening. Slow down with talking. It's everywhere in the here and now. And once you do this, you feel the inner peace coming. You feel the relaxation. I can guarantee you that you will have different results, and most of the times better. You don't have to hold all these balls in the air anymore. You stop this multitasking community that we are in this society, that we need to do 2 or 3 things at the same time. You will have dedicated time with your children instead of looking in them and then also looking at your phone. It's in the here and now. There you can slow down. And there you light up. And once you light up, you will be the beacon for a lot of other people. The beacon for a lot of other people. The bacon is something else.
I just didn't want to say this time.
No, the beacon, you will be the lighthouse for other people.
Definitely.
And can you imagine how important you are then for other people, just to be the lighthouse? Be the eye in the storm that everybody is rushing, and you can sit down and say, well, is this wise to do? Is there another way? Is there a solution instead of a problem? And there's the control. There is your control that you are looking for.
Very nice. That was your post about as well? Was that the content? Or?
No, that was my post. Yes.
Okay.
And so just share if you want how you slow down and what the benefits for you are.
Yeah, so great. We also have our small community already from Conscious World Agents since we started. People who have attended the experience days, and we had an online meeting, a Zoom meeting, coffee with ambassadors. That's why Arturo said CWA also means many things. And when we spoke about this slowing down, it was amazing the effect it already had on some of the participants, of the ambassadors. And we had some fantastic feedback about that, and it really inspires us also to continue to bring more awareness around that. And even in the executive world, we hear now the word conscious more, we hear the word mindful more. There's so much money being spent into Silicon Valley on mindfulness courses and so forth. So why is that? It makes people, it creates connections, it builds deeper relationships. It also, like you say, it makes us take ownership, of our own life. We become more aware that we have our own choice. And Petrini, who was one of the big guys into the slow food movement, he wrote about this. He said, right, going slow means really that you decide your own rhythm of life, your own tempo of life, instead of what you said in that hamster wheel, or being on a treadmill all the time and keeping up. It's just impossible to keep up because we have our own rhythm. And, we can look even in bioresonance and we can go deeper into that. But we have our own rhythm, and if we continually out of balance with our own rhythm, it's going to affect us somehow. So going slow makes us more aware. What is my rhythm? When do I feel better? And I noticed, for example, after I went through my change of life and so forth in my 50s, early 50s, that how I did things started to slow down a bit. And for me to slow down, it was like less running around. And I was slower down in how I was doing the dishes, slowing down in how I was walking. And I really noticed that. Nice. And it was like, why am I doing this? But my body just said, from now on, you're going to slow down. And you're going to breathe deeper. And that really affected me because I did things differently, perhaps not so hasty or not so, I don't know, it was a different energy. And perhaps I slowed down in getting the other things done, and it meant that maybe I had to work a bit later and longer. But when I was doing it, I was more aware, I was more mindful, and my body, it felt congruent with the rhythm of my own body. And that was such a big revelation for myself. And it started to build a deeper relationship with myself, and therefore I could have a deeper relationship with others, because I would come from the authentic place within myself, how I function best. And what I also started to enjoy more was the ride I was on, and not just the destination I was going towards. And that was such an enjoyable thing. To think, wow, I'm doing this, and I was busy with projects and new trainings and all these things, even moving from country to country. But that whole ride, some level, became more enjoyable. And I think slowing down really helped me with that. And it also created change. It created change in my life. But what happens? Because of I was slowing down, it created space also to make conscious choices in what needed to change. And when you are really busy and really caught up in that rat race, it's difficult to make conscious choices. And when we slow down, that really was a big benefit for me. So I wrote about this in my post this week, and also an experiment to say, when you're talking with someone, try this as an experiment. When you're talking with someone, how fully present are you? Are you already indeed into the destination, why you maybe had that conversation, where you want to go with the outcome from that call or the Zoom call or just a meeting or a catch-up? Or are you really in that moment, fully listening, fully present, and then check up how does it feel for you? And also maybe, consider how it might be for the other person, that you are fully listening there to them and being fully present for them. So what would be different? And the more you start to do that, because you're already sitting down there, and mostly when we're talking with someone, we're having a chat, or we're either on Zoom or having a coffee, or I don't know, we're just more relaxed. So you also have an opportunity to slow down. You're not running, or so actually you also physically can already experience. What if I take a deep breath, like now between my sentences? What does it do with me? And how when I do that, or when you were going slow when you were talking, how does it affect you? You know, will you then already also take a deeper breath and say, oh yeah, let's just slow down here a bit? And yeah, I do feel that makes a difference as well, and especially when we need to make choices. Making a conscious choice is often much more beneficial than just a very subconscious choice, something that we just know from the past we've been doing and that has been working. But if we really make a conscious choice, we can create new opportunities, we can create new experiences that are perhaps more beneficial and more in alignment with our own rhythm. So yeah, that's been really helpful, and I think I must say I was really touched again with what's happening, what you're saying also in the world this week.
Yeah.
And to be conscious and slowing down with that, and then the first reaction is, I want to help. You know, it's this. It creates an action straight away. I can speak for myself. I want to do something, and then I thought, right, okay, also slow down in here, and just figure out what is the best thing to do here. And what touches me with that is. One of the elders once said to me, the hurt of one is the hurt of all, and the healing of one is the healing of all. And I think with this as well, we come to realize that how interconnected we all are, and how we need to take care of each other. And if we're aware what's been happening, and also what we see with the environment and the climate, that things will change. But because we are so caught up in the rat race, we are not aware what's happening so much around us. So when we slow down, we can actually say, okay, well, this is what's happening, and what can I do? What action can I take to help this change? And then make conscious choices with your community, your family, something that can help. So maybe this is a wake-up call for all of us these times, and say, well, maybe we all need to slow down and look at the bigger picture of things. And what can we prevent? What can we prevent? And it's great to have a very high level of consciousness and be the calm in the storm when the storm hits, and be the beacon of light for people, but also to take action for the benefit, not just for ourselves. Like we said, a conscious world agent is someone who raises the level of consciousness, not just for themselves, but also to benefit others. So what can we do that can help if we become more aware that we can be there for others, especially in situations like this?
Yeah.
So, and if you find that when you have been slowing down in your life, what was the benefit from that? And please share that with us. We can only share our experience and our journey in that. And we would love to hear what's been working for you. And, so you can inspire others as well. So.
And us.
And us, yeah. That's so true. So, yeah. And we had, of course, the Conscious World Agents Experience Day last week online.
Last week. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, that was a humbling feeling.
Some of the feedback again, mind-blowing and heart-opening, and it was like, for us it's every time we know we want to do it, but when to see and hear the results is just incredible. So thank you for who was there, and that we can do what we love so much, and sharing just what helped us to create meaning in life. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I want to add something. They said about the Buddha, if the Buddha was eating, he was eating. Yeah. If the Buddha is walking, he walks. If the Buddha is sitting, he sits. It's do what you do. And it's not the doing, but the being in there. Mm-hmm. If you go from doing to being, you are in the here and now.
Yeah.
Because you are. And there's only one moment. And that's here, right now, this moment. Mm-hmm. And don't try it, just do it and do the being.
Yeah, and experience it.
Yeah.
You know, that's also what the Buddha said. If it doesn't work, you don't believe me, just do it. So it's not that we want to now teach you the Buddha's teachings, but it's just we like to be inspired by certain people who really tried it and did it and came out with results and say, well, this worked for me. So, and we like to do the same. We just like to practice these things and they say, well, that worked for me. And sometimes don't do it just for once, but just do it for a little while and then see what the effect is. You know, it's not that we like go and play golf, we get a new golf set and we go on the course and we can be a fantastic golfer. It takes time to practice. It's difficult.
Yeah, I can.
Of course you can, but not everybody can. So, no. And I think that is the case. It's the same with yoga. You know, I've been practicing yoga since I was 15, and every time I learn and I listen to other people who teach us and say, oh my gosh, you know, that can be deepening my experience as well. So all these levels. It's every time I realize that you're still a beginner in every level. So and it's wonderful if you come in with a sense of joy in your heart. It's just such a wonderful experience. So stay open, stay curious, and slow down.
Yes. What else?
Now we've been starting to promote a little bit our 4-leaf clover program that started September. If you want to take the next level of raising your consciousness, well, you don't want to miss that. So if you, and we know it's in the Netherlands live, so it's maybe not easy when you live abroad, but we know people who live abroad and are coming 4 weekends we have in a year. So that's what we're doing. And look at our website, consciousworldagents.com, if you want to know more at 4-leaf clover. And we're now working more with other companies as well. It's all starting to happen. And we were going to mention our post for next week. You want to?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've thought. And what more? Next week, and then maybe that's also related to our 4-leaf clover program. A lot of people trying to escape this rat race by finding or looking for short happiness. And short happiness can be drinking, smoking, eating, but also just having fun for one night. In the 4-leaf clover program, and also what we're going to write next week in our posts, is about how can you make your happiness long-lasting. A long-lasting life of happiness. And of course we all have our ups and downs. But instead of jumping from one moment to another, how can you really make it sustainable for yourself?
Yeah, and it's more about, like you say, the long-lasting than the temporary happiness.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing wrong. I love my bit of chocolate, and I love going for lying on a beach. Sometimes it's a warm day and just enjoying that. Absolutely no problem with that. And having a party sometimes, that's fine. You know, whatever. And all these short-term things are great. They can give joy, but they don't really give us long-lasting happiness like we see it with people who have who have the house, the boat, the airplane, the big bank account, and you hear a lot of times saying, I'm still missing something in my life. So what is that? What is it they're missing? And for us, that is missing connection with themselves and a lot of things. And we, in the 4-leaf clover, look at how can you make that connection with yourself again, to find that long-lasting, meaningful life that everybody longs for and everybody deserves. So we'll take people on a journey to discover that and expand the level of consciousness. So we are very excited about that. And next week we're going to speak about how you can, we'll give some tips and hints how you can start to do that if you're unable to connect with us. So that's next week. So I hope that you'll keep an eye out on our post. If you're on social media, you can follow us on Instagram, on Conscious World Agents, on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn. So, and if you feel anybody could benefit from listening to our free videos that we have on our YouTube channel, take us to our, send them a link to our YouTube channel, and we have 26 videos now for free already for people that they can look at. and listen to, and it might help them.
And
with some
also
tips.
the monthly guest speaker is there,
Yeah,
also for free.
the interviews, we have some podcasts, so there's lots of things we like to give away, just like that to help people. And every Friday we're here, and sometimes we're in the evening, so check out. We'll put on normally when there is a change of time, but 3 p.m. CAT, that is normally the time we're on here live for about half an hour. So it would be lovely if you could join us again. I don't have glasses on, so I can't see who's here just now. Yeah. Hey, I see Carolina. Fantastic. Thank you for being here. And that's really nice. And thank you for watching. And if you want to share something with us, please do. And keep an eye out when you're not living in the Netherlands, so you're unable to join us with our training, and you want to train with us online or do something with us online. Keep an eye out. It will be wonderful to add you to our community as well.
Absolutely, and the benefit of being in the community is that we every 2 months we have again a free Zoom call with everybody, and then we're going to share with each other, where are you right now, what is working for you, what do you need more. And what you already said, we did it I think last Monday. Yeah. And people were really so grateful and took a lot out of just this 1.5 to 2 hours talk with each other.
Yeah, we did a meditation online, and it was just wonderful. And I just have to think of what one of the participants said, that she hadn't slept for so well for a long time, and someone else had said, who was there, that the mountain she cycles on every time, she comes from Scotland, that she's been cycling on for years. For the first time ever, she enjoyed it so much. It was the best bicycle ride she ever had, just being so present. So that was like, wow, that was so beautiful really when we read that. So because you raise your level of consciousnly, your level of awareness, your joyful life can start. And like we started this session quite, with this acknowledging of all the flooding that's happening, and of course it's very, very sad. But I'm sure, somehow some good things will come out of that as well. And but we're very sorry for all the losses and people's lives and animals' lives, and that's really bad. But it's really good that we connect more with each other on a deeper level, so we can support each other through these difficult times also. So our heart goes out to that, and we will certainly. We have a certain way also of praying for people, with other people, that we really visualize that they get all the support they need, and we look forward to hearing some better news in the coming days to come about that. Anything else you think we've missed today about anything?
No, I didn't miss you. You were the whole day there.
No.
No.
Okay.
I'm wishing you a wonderful weekend.
Yes.
A weekend full of consciousness, and just enjoy it as much as you can.
Yes, and thank you for watching, and for your presence. It's just wonderful to know that we're here and that we're all connected. So thank you, and we hope to see you again, hopefully next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.